Welcome back, everyone, to the Darts with Jake podcast. This is episode 3 of season 2, and I'm delighted to introduce to everybody Live Darts with Jake. How are you today, Jake?
I'm very good, mate. Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
So, going back to the very, very beginning, can you talk to us about how you got into content creation as a whole?
Oh gosh. So I've always dabbled in content creation long before I ever started the whole live darts with Jake persona. I went through your typical uh wannabe FIFA streamer to doing prank videos on YouTube many, many moons ago. So I've always sort of dabbled in content creation, and I fell in love with darts a few years ago. It really sparked my interest at the last World Championships. Very cliche, when Luke Littler sort of burst on the scene,
Mhm.
and I've always wanted to get back into content creation, but never quite found the niche that I was looking for. So I kind of put the two together. I wanted to start playing darts again, got myself a setup going. And I thought, why don't I start a darts TikTok to sort of like showcase what I can do, and sort of something that I could track my journey on my progression and things like that. So it kind of started there in January. And yeah, I've been doing it ever since.
You mentioned how you got your you got your interest back from the kind of Luke Littler days, which I think is where a lot of content creators, especially, kind of allowed their kind of pages to blossom. So when that kind of happened, where were you getting your ideas from? Were you just giving it a go, or were there like specific things that you wanted to film?
I mean, my first kind of videos, when I look back now, were absolutely horrific. They were awful. Um, it sort of, I wanted to do videos that would resonate with people, videos that potentially people could relate to. And that's where I started trying to, that's the sort of videos that I wanted to try and put out. And over the years, I've done random videos from sketches to tip videos to all sorts of weird and wonderful things. But my content, I've always wanted videos that resonate with people. People think videos that people can relate to.
And now, you have got a real, real big following on TikTok and on other platforms as well. When you first started this, a year ago, did you expect your kind of content to grow as big as it has?
I mean, it's always been one of them where I'm not very good at sticking with things. I tend to do it for a few months and then give up. This has probably been the first thing in a very long time where I've stuck it out. I mean, I've been doing this now for, I think I started on January the 15th. So I must have been doing this for, yeah, coming up to a year now. And I must
Mm.
say, the following that I've grown in the year, I'm very grateful for. There's a lot of people out there that have supported me on the journey, whether that be through my videos or my lives. I do a lot of lives on TikTok. I definitely didn't think I'd be in the position that I'm in now, being given the opportunities I've been given, i.e., the throwdowns, the Dart Club YouTube we've just started up, even to the silly things like Luke Humphreys inviting me VIP to the Premier League. There's just so many opportunities that I never thought would come with it.
Yeah.
There's also working with companies like Red Dragon and things like that. No, I genuinely didn't think I'd get to the point that I'm at now. Absolutely not.
You mentioned one of those opportunities being Throwdown, which has just absolutely blown up over the last year. Talk to us
Mm.
about how you first got involved with the company.
Throwdown was really strange, to be honest, because it all started before Throwdown wasn't necessarily a thing. Luke put on the very first TikTok Prime. I don't know if you remember that,
Yeah.
but that was the very first event at Blackburn Youth Darts Academy, which is a great place, by the way. They're doing some fantastic things there. And I got a message come through, and I knew of Luke. He was obviously quite big at the time before my journey, and when I was just getting started. And a message came in my inbox, and he said, "Oh, hi Jay. I really like what you do. Would you like to be involved in the first TikTok Pro-Am? It's going to be, you're going to be teamed up with a professional or an ex-professional. This is how it goes." And I thought, I turned to the missus and I said, this is a really good opportunity. It
Yeah.
showcases what I can do, gets my name out there a bit. So I did it and I really enjoyed it. It was a really good event. And then obviously Luke then obviously opened up the throwdown business. it all kicked off from there. And he offered me a contract, which was fantastic. So it's such a great opportunity for players like myself that aren't at a professional level to showcase what we can do, to get your name out there, but also play some competitive darts in what feels like a professional environment, but it's not a professional level, if that makes sense.
No, I think that's a really good point. And when I went to the first Throwdown event that I went to last August in Wolverhampton, you and your kind of partner in crime, Hazy Darts, who was on the podcast last week, took
Yeah, I
home
had a
the
listen to that.
title. Describe how that felt.
Honestly, that was probably the pinnacle of my TikTok journey. We very much went into that event as underdogs. No one backed us at all. There were some really good duos in that event. I'm talking the Darts brothers.
Mm,
They're both very, very good players. You've got Jesse and Jake, who again are fantastic players, and they had a really good semi-final as
yeah.
well. Now we scraped past Dicko and Minimize. Um, Look, we thought we'd probably make light work of that. We didn't. We very much scraped through the whole tournament. After watching Jesse and Jake in the semi-final, I turned to Hazy and I said, "Look, we're probably done here, mate. We're just going to have to go in, give it our best shot." And it came down to the fact that I just had to pin the double six to win it. And yeah, absolute elation when that double six came in. We came out of the final with a 3-0 whitewash. Um, it was absolute scenes. I never anticipated going into that event and winning anything. It's the first real achievement that I've had within the darts world. Um, and yeah, to watch it back, I'm not going to lie to you. I've watched that video back so many times on the stream. It's definitely one of my proudest moments up there. And to share with Hazy as well, which ironically then we went on to do Dart Club, is yeah, it's just a match made in heaven. It was perfect.
On the subject of Dart Club, I talked about it with Hazy. We'll get your side of it now. Explain to the viewers who haven't maybe watched Dart Club what it is and how it started.
So Dart Club was an idea that I came up with um, a good few months back now. I've always wanted to get back into the YouTube side of things. TikTok's brilliant, but I think to really elevate yourself as a content creator, you've got to try and be multi-platform. And YouTube, I've always wanted to do longer form videos. So I put it out because I didn't want to do it on my own. I wasn't sure how I was going to sort of do a YouTube journey on my own. So I put it out to a couple of the lads that I've met through the TikTok content creation scene. And it started with four of us. It dwindled down to two of us in the end. There was a few factors in there that meant that the four of us couldn't go ahead with it. But me and Hazy stuck it out nevertheless. And what I wanted to portray with Dart Club was basically that you haven't got to be fantastic at darts to have fun and enjoy darts. I wanted to bring a different side of darts, a fun darts. So you'll notice with any of the videos that we've done and some of the things that we've got planned for this year, you will see that side. There's going to be very different videos to anything you've ever seen on YouTube in terms of darting content. This year, we're going to be seeing public videos. We've got some special guests. We want to get the public involved. The whole Dart Club is that it is a club. It's a community that we're building. So that's sort of the idea that we came up with. We've just surpassed 1,000 subscribers, which is really, really good. In the first sort of, I think it's been running maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a good start. I'm really excited for this year. This year we're going to really take it to a whole new level.
And you talk about, your kind of different style of content. I loved the video when you went to the Modus influencer event. I think the kind of the different angles, is that something that you want to create? We see a lot of darts channels at the moment filming, their experiences playing darts, but you film videos going to different HQs, and the Modus one I think is a brilliant video. So kind of the
I appreciate
angles
that.
where you're kind of behind the camera filming other people's experiences, is that something that you kind of want to create?
We want to be different to anything else, and that's what content creation is all about. It's fresh ideas and being different. And I really want to bring a fun side to things. We've done a lot of vlogs and stuff. I want it to be personal between me and the viewers, Hazy and the viewers, because that's what we're building. We want to build a community behind Dart Club. And I say we've got some fantastic opportunities coming up in the new year, public videos, videos where people can win prizes. There's going to be so many cool videos coming out this year. So it's definitely, yeah, we're taking a whole different approach to darts content on YouTube, definitely.
In kind of 12 months from now, you said you're almost coming up to kind of your 1 year anniversary of darts content creation. In 12 months from now, where do you want Dart Club to be?
Wow, I said to Hazy, 2025 has got to be a big year for us in terms of our own TikTok pages, but as well as Dart Club. We did set ourselves a goal. Um, we set ourselves a follower goal, but we set ourselves to get more videos out, most definitely. I don't know if you've ever tried to edit YouTube videos of stuff, but it is a long process. To anyone that edits YouTube videos, hands down to you because it's hard graft
Yeah,
editing a YouTube video. Some of them videos that are only sort of 10, 15 minutes long on our page have taken hours to edit. So we
yeah.
want to get more regular videos out for sure. Um, we want to be pushing the subscribers up, definitely. Every page wants to do that. So we've set ourselves a goal, a nice little goal of 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're gonna play it like that and see how we go. We want more guests on the channel for sure. But yeah, the Dark Club, we're just going to take it easy and really just see what our videos can do whilst concentrating on our own TikTok pages because myself and Hazy have both got massive goals this year for TikTok as well.
I think that's a really good point as well, especially with kind of a joint channel. You want to do your best to kind of grow both at the same time. For the viewers who don't know, and I talked to Hazy about this a bit, obviously you and Hazy, you don't live close. So could you explain a bit to the viewers, if you don't mind, about why, that makes filming videos a lot harder for a sport like darts, especially?
It is difficult. I mean, of all the partners I could have picked, I picked someone who lives nearly 5 hours away, which was probably not the best idea at the time, but we we kind of make it work. It's one of them where obviously we both work full time anyway. Then we've got our own TikTok accounts. So we're always very, very busy, but we have to try and find sort of weekends where we're both free. And then what we do is we cram a load of filming into a weekend. So like when we went down to Red Dragon HQ, for example, we made a whole weekend of it and we filmed so many videos. There's actually videos that we haven't put out yet that are due to release this year. Um, so yeah, it's kind of whenever we get the time, we meet up for the weekend. It'll be like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday sort of thing, a bit of a long weekend, and we just smash videos out. We've already got the ideas in place, and then that is it. Then we just create a whole load of footage, whole load of videos, and then we then take the time to edit them and get them out. So we kind of just make the most of it when we're together. That's all we can do because we can't really meet up on the regular, really.
With Dart Club, especially, you've mentioned, obviously you make a weekend out of it. How long would you say it takes you from getting the idea to actually filming? How long do you reckon it takes you to film a video?
I mean, with the idea, sometimes they take weeks to come up with, just because maybe the idea is not polished enough, or we might change a few things. In terms of videos, we've got a video coming out very, very soon, which is by far probably one of our best videos we've done. We did it at Swindon Darts Hub, so keep your eyes out for that. It's going to be a fantastic video. That video took so long to do. The thing is with content creation, what you see on YouTube isn't what goes on behind closed doors. You've got the the outtakes where you've maybe said something wrong or the sound's not right, or we've
Yeah,
had instances where we filmed like 10-minute clips and the microphone's not turned on, and
yeah.
then you watch it back and you go, oh no, so we've got to film that whole thing again. Sometimes you'll have a really clean video and you don't have to worry about anything. It's perfect, one take, job's good. But 9 times out of 10 you're filming the same intro about 20 times. These videos take a while, so sometimes that means that we don't get as many videos out or as many videos filmed, just because of the amount of outtakes and intros and all sorts. But yeah, we certainly make the most of it when we're together. We have to. There's no other option.
With, your own content creation, moving back to that, you've got that big following on TikTok. And obviously with darts, the kind of the way it's blown up since the Luke Littler craze helped so many
Mm.
creators grow. Do you reckon that's kind of, having darts become so popular, do you reckon that's helped your channel grow or your TikTok grow?
Absolutely. I mean, with the World Championships, every year the World Championships come round, there's always new eyes on the sport of darts. And look, Luke Littler has done huge things for the sport of darts. I don't care what anybody says. He's done massive things for darts and will
Yeah.
continue to do big things for darts. He's always bringing fresh eyes on to the dart scene. And yeah, he's absolutely done wonders for any darting TikTok content creator. It's done wonders for us all because it brings that fresh interest, that fresh eyes on darts. I mean, the numbers over the last few months for us have been astronomical, absolutely astronomical. I put a daft video out 2 days ago. It's done 1.7 million views in 2 days, and I put no
Mental.
effort into it whatsoever. I've never hit anything like that ever in terms of views, and it just goes to show the amount of eyes now that are on darts. I mean, darts is becoming such a big sport, and will continue. That trajectory will continue to go further and further up.
Hmm. You mentioned those kind of, that million or so views. What is your, we've talked about your ambitions for Dart Club. Where do you want your own individual page to be this time next year?
I always say the sky's the limit. With I set myself a goal at the start of the year, and I said if I could hit 30,000 followers by the end of the year, I'd be quite happy. I find myself in a position now where I'm probably going to hit that by the end of the month. So I'm having to reevaluate. But I think with everything, it's not always about the following. The following is nice, don't get me wrong, but for me, as long as I'm enjoying making the content, enjoying doing the streams, everything else that comes with it is just a bonus. The opportunities, the following, the videos doing well, as long as I enjoy what I'm doing, and that's with anything in life, as long as you enjoy it, just keep doing it. And at this moment in time, I am really enjoying my darts. I really enjoy making content. I've met some fantastic people through content creation. It's one of the best things I've ever done. So for me, as long as I'm still enjoying it, I'll keep doing it.
I think that's a really, really nice point to make as well. It's all about the enjoyment. And we talked about Throwdown earlier, which has become such a community for people. Do you,
Mm.
you know, I think Hazy was mentioning you have like a big group chat or whatever with, well, with loads of, the Throwdown stars, I'm going to call them, because I think that's probably a fair kind of term to use. Do you kind of bounce off each other? Do you get kind of content ideas from each other?
It's amazing that a year ago I never knew any of these guys, and over a year we've created such a close friendship. And they genuinely are unbelievable people. Every single one of them have got a heart of gold. Um, but yeah, the group chat, there was always a lot of speculation about this group chat, and before I was in it. But it's such a great place to. I mean, we talk absolute rubbish in that chat, by the way. We sometimes we'll pass content ideas through, or we'll congratulate someone on hitting a milestone. But other than that, that that TikTok WhatsApp group is very much us waffling about anything and everything. I'll sometimes wake up in the morning, there's 500 new messages. I'll scroll through them, and sometimes it's not even about darts. It could be someone's raised a topic and everyone starts having their say. But look, we
Yeah.
definitely do help each other. I think the whole point in having a community on TikTok is that you do help each other. You support each other. You give people constructive criticism when it's needed. And I think sometimes when you've got those sort of people to bounce off, it all comes together really nicely.
And with that kind of throwdown community, it all kind of fell together at once. Throwdown gave an announcement, a few weeks ago. It's in January. In a couple of weeks' time, actually, it's heading
Mm,
to
yes.
Throwdown for an event where I'm very lucky to be going. Do you hope that you can continue going to these Throwdown events? Is it a chance for you to kind of socialize with all these people that have helped each other with all their channels?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still in the throwdown contract, so I'm still obliged to appear at some of the throwdown contracts. Now, whether that gets renewed, I'm not sure. But yes, I'm definitely not at the January one just because of commitments of I've just bought my first house, so I'm currently I'm
Amazing.
going to be in the process of moving, which is a big achievement for me. Um, but yeah, I do hope to keep going to the Throwdown events, even if it's not to the point that I'm playing. It's always a great opportunity to meet new people, meet viewers as well. But it's also a great opportunity for content as well. I mean, I tend to do a lot of videos where I go around with my microphone, and I ask people questions, and I like to get people involved with my videos. Sometimes a bit of public videos. So it's always a great opportunity, whether you're playing or not, to just come along, watch some good darts, because there is always some good darts
Oh,
as well as
100%.
bad darts. There is always some good darts. A great opportunity to meet some of the people that you watch on your screens every day, but it's also such a great opportunity to meet new people, socialize, because we don't do enough socializing in this world nowadays. Everything's online, and we don't do enough of in-person socializing. And there's such great events to come and do that. And he's obviously signed an exclusive deal in Wolverhampton at the Cleveland Arms,
Yeah.
which is a fantastic venue, by the way. I'd say that was probably that. Well, it holds great memories for me because that's where we won the first tag team
Yeah.
championship. But it's such a great venue, and I'd say it was probably one of the most successful throwdowns just because of the way the venue was laid out. Um, so yeah,
It was
it's a
amazing.
fantastic thing that Luke's done with that. A great venue, and such a great opportunity throwdown. Honestly, get your tickets. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I will make sure to leave the description to get your tickets for all the throwdown events that have been announced in the description below. Now, Jake, I've got a really interesting question for you. I gave this same one to Hazy. He offered,
Yes.
I'm going to change it for you slightly. If you could have your dream tag team of 5 creators to form a darts team, who would you pick?
Oh, 5 creators. That is always well. Straight away, I'd have to go with Hazy. I can't leave the partner in crime out. So
Yeah.
we'd go Hazy. I'd bring Dicko's darts along for the laughs. He's a very, very funny character.
Mm,
Always brings a smile to my face. We've got to have head of the table, Luke Bod. Fantastic.
yeah.
Such a kind, gentle soul.
100%.
We all call him Dad Bod, actually. So that's the nickname we call him, Dad Bod. That's 3, isn't it? I've got to think of 2 more
Two more.
to put into that. And that's really hard as well, because I don't want to upset anybody. But I'd bring Sam back for the muscle. We've got to bring Sam back for the muscle, haven't we? So that brings 4. We're leaving 1 out here. Who could we put in? We need someone that's a good level of darts here, don't we? Let's go. I'll tell you, we're going to go. And this one won't surprise anybody, but will do because he's not necessarily part of the group chat. But Neil Birkin, fantastic darts player.
Mm,
And if we need a bit of level and ability, that guy has got some ability in
it's
darts. A very,
mental.
very nice chap. So yeah, that'd be my 5th one. Neil Birkin for a bit of darting ability.
What a tag team that is. I think they would do well. To round off the interview today, Jake, I have got some quick fire questions for you.
Ooh, okay, here we go then.
Right, your first one. What would your walk on song be?
I've always said it would be Fireball by Pitbull. I just
Brilliant.
love that song, and I just know it'd get the crowd going.
Yeah, 100%. Just about to mention that. If you could choose a dream doubles partner, that could be anyone, doesn't even have to be a darts player, a dream doubles partner in the world, who would it be?
Oh, a dreams doubles partner. Wow. Gosh, that is a tough one. Um, dreams doubles partner. Who would I pick? No, I'd probably have to go Luke Humphreys. I love that guy to bits. He's such a nice gentleman, and at
Yeah.
least I'd get carried. So
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to go far wrong with picking the world number one. If you could
exactly. So no, I
only,
think that's a safe bet.
yeah, if you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would you eat?
I eat a lot of pizza. It's a bad obsession, but you know when you can just throw something in the oven for like 15, 20 minutes and it's
It's
done.
just ready.
Yeah, it's just too easy. Yeah, pizza definitely.
Good choice. Okay, if you and Hazy could film in a dream location, where would your dream location for a Dark Club video be?
I'd love to do something at the Ali Pali on the stage.
Mm,
That would be such a cool video. Not even with a crowd there, just if it was empty and we could just use it, that'd be so cool.
Okay, and your final question to round off. I think I was just going to say Ali Pali is kind of the dream home of darts, isn't it? I think an amazing ambition for
It
anyone.
just make the perfect backdrop for a video.
Yeah. Okay, your final question to round off today's interview. If your kind of page wasn't called Live Darts with Jake, what would you call it?
It's a strange one because I always thought Live Darts with Jake would it's a great name, but the problem I've kind of stuck myself with darts now, which isn't necessarily an issue, but I've always thought of whether just maybe putting it to Darts with Jake. A lot of people know me as Darts with Jake rather than Live
Mm,
Darts with Jake. So maybe in the future I might just drop it to Darts with Jake potentially. Although that would mean a lot of changing of profile pictures
yeah.
and shirts that I've got. Live Darts with Jake's plastered all over the shirt. So there'll be a lot of changing things, but I'm thinking maybe Darts with Jake in the near future. It's not too much different, but I think it sounds better. Rolls off the tongue a bit better.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Jake, for doing this interview. I will make sure to put Jake's links in the description below. I hope you have enjoyed it, Jake.
It's been absolutely fantastic. I really appreciate you bringing me on. I think what you're doing is amazing. And yeah, this podcast needs to be out to more people. It's a fantastic, fantastic podcast. You're doing a great job, Jack, mate.
Oh, thank you so much.